Big tech just dodged a bullet. On Friday, the U.S. Customs and Border Protection announced that electronics imported into the United States, including smartphones, computer monitors, and various electronic components, will be exempt from President Donald Trump's new 145% reciprocal tariffs on Chinese goods. This move comes just days after the tariffs were officially imposed, sending shockwaves through the global tech industry. The exemption takes effect for goods entering the country or being removed from warehouses as early as April 5. However, this doesn't include the separate 20% tariff targeting China's role in the fentanyl trade. The news is a major relief for tech giants like Apple, which rely heavily on Chinese manufacturing. Roughly 90% of Apple's iPhones are assembled in China, according to Wedbush Securities. Analysts at Wedbush called the exemption the best news possible for tech investors, adding that companies like Apple, Nvidia, and Microsoft can now breathe a sigh of relief. They described the exemption as a bullish signal for the tech sector, though they warned that broader negotiations with China are still ongoing and could take months. Counterpoint Research estimates that Apple has about 6 weeks of iPhone inventory in the U.S., which means prices could have surged without the exemption. Meanwhile, the White House reiterated Trump's push to bring tech manufacturing back to the U.S., highlighting recent investment commitments from Apple, TSMC, and Nvidia. Trump emphasized that America should not rely on China for critical technologies like chips, semiconductors, and smartphones. He even hinted at more aggressive tariffs if companies don't shift production to the U.S. still. Economists warn that tariffs, even with exemptions, tend to raise consumer prices. And we're already seeing that with Nintendo delaying pre-orders for the new Switch 2, which would now jump from $450 to $600. The administration argues tariffs will create jobs and boost domestic production. But critics say not everything can be easily made in America. Fortunately, electronic components like chips, which are mainly produced in Asia by firms like TSMC, Samsung, and SK Hynix, are among the exempted products. This could soften the global blow and ease supply chain tensions for now. Trump also plans to launch a national security review, a Section 232 study into chip imports. At a recent GOP event, he criticized the Biden administration's $6.6 billion CHIPS Act grant to TSMC, claiming he would have just taxed them heavily instead. The bottom line: big tech just got a major lifeline, but the U.S.-China tariff war is far from over. Stay tuned.